Hi guys! Welcome to day 8 already from the conscious quarantine. I am so grateful and so happy to be able to share the beautiful wisdom of yoga with you so that in these challenging and changing times we can find a center of presence, connection, and love within ourselves. The session today is going to be about connecting to yourself and moreover connecting to the changing nature of sensations, emotions, and thoughts, and learning how to be with that for ourselves firstly, so that when we reach out to the world, that the way we interact with the world changes, because we are aware of what is ours, what we feel, and what we need. And by increasingly growing that awareness, we can shape more meaningful and profound connections with the world around us. But for whatever reason you're practicing, being it the physical, mental, or emotional benefits, you'll receive what you need to receive. The practice will be what you need it to be. So what you need for today, I'm going to have a beautiful model, Vera, my friend, who's going to show the postures, and you guys need maybe books or blocks, maybe a cushion or a bolster, but if you don't have any of those, you'll be perfectly fine as well. So welcome, thank you again for checking in with the yoga session. I would love to invite you to start the session in a seated posture. This can be onto the knees if that is comfortable for you, maybe with a block in between your feet, maybe with a cushion between your heels and sitting bones, whatever feels good. If you're sitting cross-legged in Sukhasana, cross-legged position, it's highly recommended to maybe remove the flesh a bit of your thighs, moving the flesh in so that there's a small internal rotation into the legs and more broadness into the sacrum. Since we're going to be here for some time, sitting on a chair is also an option, but make sure that you are comfortable or maybe leaning back against the wall, making sure that you feel comfortable and that you can sit with a straight spine and an open mind. When we sit up tall, it aids, it facilitates clarity in our being, in our physical body, in our mind, in our emotions. It invites this awareness to see everything and to not reject anything. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. If you don't, just look ahead. The most important part is that you feel comfortable, how you're seated, how your body is, how your surroundings are. If you feel that it would be helpful for you to put on some gentle, quiet music to aid the practice, you can. This is your time, your space. Let it be an invitation to slowly but steadily open up, while simultaneously allowing yourself to shed the layers of that what is not serving you. As we learn to be with tension in ourselves, we become more resilient, more compassionate, and more connected to who we are now and who we could be, transform into a future. But for now, just invite yourself as you are here now. What is apparent in your physical space? Are there any sensations in your body, in your mind, in your emotional being that asks for your attention? And what we often do when we notice something unpleasant, we push it away. I don't want this. I don't want to deal with this. The practice is an invitation to understand that we need to know those things in order to let go of them. That only through growing our awareness on who we are, we can let go of what we no longer need. And I would love you to increase that awareness. Increase that connection to who you are by growing the connection to your breath. Just breathing in and breathing out as you are sitting here in the now with yourself. And that breath becomes like an anchor. That when your mind drifts off, or a sensation is strong in the body, that instead of stopping your breath, you cultivate the breath more. You connect to the moment more. And you learn to be open to whatever there is to experience. So just take a few more moments to breathe in and breathe out. Normally in Yin Yoga we don't guide the breath. But if you feel like it helps you, especially to slow down your exhales and relax more, you can. And each time you inhale, be very aware of where your skin touches the surroundings. And when you're breathing out, aware of where your body touches the earth. And through that awareness, increasingly growing the attention for your physical reality, for your body and the intelligence in the body. Where do I hold on? Where can I let go? And as we practice more and more into the body, the mind will follow. So take here a few more moments, the last ones. And in this moment, feel if there is any specific intention or wish for yourself. Something you wish to cultivate with being here. And as you breathe in and breathe out, you're not only aware of your physical body, but you're aware of your heart. That space deep in your chest. And you nourish that place with each breath. You allow your practice to be filled with the awareness and intention from the heart. As I would love to do a breathing exercise to start and balance the system, the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, to find more connection to our higher self, that can see the mind, can see the tension, but does not run away from it. So for this practice, the Nadi Shodan, we are going to guide our breath a little bit. And we are going to use our thumb and ring our little pinky finger to close up the nostrils. You can place the other fingers onto the forehead, which is the third eye intuitive center. Whatever feels good. If your nose is blocked, I would recommend you to not close the nostrils physically, only energetically. And you start with just breathing in and breathing out, what you're doing already. And when you breathe in, you feel the breath moving towards your belly button. And when you breathe out, you feel the breath moving out and up over the third eye center where your fingers are placed all the way out. And I wish to guide you through this rhythm, but if this rhythm is not suiting you, please find yourself another rhythm. We first take a full deep breath in. Breathe everything out, maybe through the mouth. One more, breathing fully in. And breathing fully out. Now close off the right nostril with your right thumb, breathing in through the left nostril. As you breathe out, you switch. Close off the left nostril and breathe out through the right. Now stay in this position, breathing in through the right nostril. Switching, closing off the right nostril, breathing out to the left. Breathing in through the left, stay where you are. Breathing out, switch to the right, breathing out through the right nostril. Stay here as you breathe in. Switch sides, breathing out. 2 more rounds, stay here, breathing in. Switch sides, breathing out. 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 Now open the 2 nostrils and just take 3 full breaths in and out, hands palms facing down or up. Breathe in as full as you can through the nose in. Breathing fully out, really feel the connection you have to the earth. 2 more, breathing in, fill your physical space with awareness. Breathing out, ground this awareness and your physical presence here. 1 more breath fully in. 1 more breath fully out. As we are going to come from here into a hands and knees position, all 4s, take your time and maybe fold your mat double. If you feel like you want more support under your knees, fold the mat double and put your knees on top of that. So you can do that, yes. Or a cushion or a blanket, something that you have in the house. Be creative and just do whatever you need. As we find hands and knees position, it's very important your hands to be positioned underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And I want to invite fluid movement into your body, into your mind. So you're just going to move, and you can move your head from side to side, and you can move your hips from side to side, either doing hollow and round spine or moving in all the directions. And it's really important that you feel for yourself, so don't look and copy, but do it and feel it and experience. How can you be with that? So move with the body. How can you breathe through this? How can you stay present in the mind? How can you not judge sensations but experience them? We're going to take a few more moments. And then come to a neutral position, hands and knees. Then put your knees a bit more to the back. If you have a cushion or something, grab it now with you and come to lay onto your belly. So bring the cushion, yes, and come and lay on your belly. So if your mat is double, unfold it And come, just lay on your belly. So without the cushion, just on your belly, and the cushion, you have it with you. Perfect. Safe. Good. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise that is stimulating the kidney energy. And the kidney energy is very important for releasing emotionally and restoring physically. And of course also emotionally, mentally. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your elbows underneath your shoulders. And you're going to come into a Sphinx position. If you like to have a little bit more of a passive back bend, you can support your chest with a bolster. So you can place the bolster, the cushion, underneath your chest. Maybe if you like to rest the neck a bit more, you can bring the chin towards the chest and rest the forehead onto a block. Yes. On its highest level. Yes, perfect. So make sure there's a sense of space in your lower back. You can facilitate that space by dropping your heels a little bit out. So you feel if you drop your heels out, that more space opens up in the lower back because of the rotation of the legs. And in Yin Yoga, we strive for full physical silence, so that silence can occur in body and mind. And silence doesn't have to mean that there's no thoughts, but that there's awareness on thoughts, and that the space between your thought grows. The space where you are present of your body. The space where you are connected and aware of the mind. And if you have the block underneath your forehead, then it stimulates the space between the eyebrows, our own intuition and ability to tap in to higher wisdom. We're going to take a few more moments here. And when you feel ready, you can come, remove the block, and just lay on your belly for a moment. You can make a little cushion of your hands, placing one hand over the other and your forehead onto your hands. And you just wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side, really getting everything moving into that area. As from here, we are going to place our hands underneath the shoulders when we feel ready. And we are going to push ourselves into hands and knees position. And from there, we're going to come to a seated position, actually in our own pace. So a seated onto the buttocks position. Yes. Perfect. And we are just going to take a moment here to gently open up the hips. Just a few moments. And what you can do here is support your knees with blocks, and also you can like sit onto a bolster. But what you also can do is on a cushion, you can sit on it and then kind of slide off it. And when you slide off it, when you sit on it and you slide off it, in front of it, you feel like there's more space in your sacral area. And you will notice that if you bring your buttocks a little bit back, that your knees come higher up. That's okay. That you can place the block a bit higher, or the book, or whatever you use to have a good support. Yes. We're not going to stay here too long. We'll try to be as comfortable as possible. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms to the side, and we're going to try to lift our arms up. Good. Shoulders down, spread the fingers, bring them together, the palms together. Yes. Now clasp the fingers together and press the palms of the hands up. Great. And grow to the crown of the head and try to push the palms of the head, really opening the palms of the hands. Opening into the nadis, into the subtle energy channels, into the hands. Breathe in here. On your next exhalation, you just release, release, release. Relax your shoulders as much as possible. So lift the arms. Now open the palms up and feel it. Draw your shoulders blades down and back. Yes. And now try to keep them this way as you bring the arms up. So don't elevate the shoulders, just the arms coming up. Yes. And now bring the hands together with the other index finger in front. So you switch the grip, the other finger, pushing the hands again away and growing. And you want to feel as if someone's pulling the palms of your hands up while pulling your tailbone down. How does that feel? Breathe in that space. And releasing again. Great. Release the arms. Now we're gonna bring our fingers, bring our hands up. We're gonna place our fingers, if you have the midline of your skull, so you bring them as if you have a midline in the skull, and you place your fingers just next to that midline. There is a very important meridian, nadi energy channel, for deep relaxation. So again, breathe in here. And when you breathe out, you feel as if you want to pull your skull apart. So you pull your fingers, you keep them where they are, but you pull. And you keep on breathing, and you hold on to that grip for a few moments. Good. Release. And place your hands a bit further back, so around the crown of the head, a little bit more back. Again, you breathe in. When you breathe out, you pull as if you want to open up your skull. Stay aware of the space into your vertebrae, into your spine. Great. Last one, moving all the way to the back of the skull. Same, breathing in, breathing out, pulling apart. Release. Bring the palms of the hands together and rub the palms of the hands together. And now place the center of the palm onto the eyeballs. And take a few moments here. Relaxing the vision. Relaxing the outer gaze so we have an increased inner gaze. An increased ability to come home into ourselves. Then you may release that as we're going to continue with a few more postures before moving into the ground for deeper relaxation. So what you're going to do now is release the legs. If you feel like this was a lot for you, you're doing great. Maybe shaking your legs a little bit. But we're going to extend our left leg forward now. Yes. You're going to grab onto your right leg as if it's a beautiful, beautiful something you like a lot. So try to take it with care however you can take it. And feel if you can move it a little bit. Maybe finding a little bit of space into that right hip socket. And now we are going to try to bring our right knee as much as we can over the left one. And you keep on pulling the right hip back while bringing the left hip a bit forward. So your hips are stable. You feel that difference when you pull your right hip a little bit back. Yes. If there's a lot of tension into the back of the left leg, then you can support that with a cushion or a fold mat. If that is not the case, you can just stay here. If you have more space, there is also an opportunity to bend the left leg, bringing the left heel towards the right buttocks. If you feel that that brings the right knee up, just go back. Activate that left foot a little bit. Yes. Place your two hands to the side and try to sit up tall. Push your sitting bones back, lift to the crown of the head. Now bring the right arm up. Yes. Roll into the two sides of the body and bend to the left side. Keep the right hip down. Try to find your breath into all the spaces of your body that feel tense. Can you change the way you consciously connect with tension into the body? Can you relax your face, relax your gaze? Breathe and not have any judgment on your body or what it's doing or how it's feeling, just experiencing and breathing. As you're gonna come into the center here, yes. And you're either gonna stay here for another minute or so, or you're gonna try to bend a little bit forward. Then you can use the bolster and put it a bit in front of you and lean onto it. What is very important if you do this is that you don't press the right knee down. So you're not pushing onto the knee, so you can go indeed a little bit to the side, experiment, maybe the bolster a bit more to the left or right. So we just stay here. And you are with the sensations in your body. If it feels hard, can you try to find some space around the hardness? Can you breathe into the tension? Can you be with and see the things that might be challenging or difficult? We take our last breaths here. As we're coming out of the pose, you put your bolster onto the side and you keep the exact form as you are, so whether your left leg is bent or not, you keep the same. And you place just the right foot flat onto the floor now. Try to sit up as tall as you can. If you need a block to support, you can. But if you have okay space, just stay here. And now breathe in to again elongate to the crown of the head, pulling down on the tailbone, growing up. And twisting to the right side, so grabbing onto the right leg and twisting to the right. The shoulders are down and the breath moves freely into the chest. If your left leg is straight, you can flex into the left foot. As you breathe in and you breathe out, each breath organically deepens the twist. And there's no goal but being open into the process and increasingly growing your self-awareness. Breathing in, and exhalation just automatically releases. You come out of the pose on an exhalation and you extend the two legs forward. As we are going to switch aside, if you need a little bit more of time, pause the video, breathe out. That's the advantage of a video, of course, you can pause. And then we are going to bring our left leg up. So we're going to grab onto our left leg with as much love as you can have for that leg. Thank you so much. Can you move a little bit? Can you notice how easily these thoughts come about our body, about our sensations? Notice as you place the left knee over the right one. Yes. Again, same variation as you did in the other leg. So maybe there's a bit of difference. So maybe you need some bolster here underneath your right leg or whatever feels good. But find the spot, and when you sit comfortably, push down into the seating bones and extend your arms again to the side. Now bring the left arm up this time. And bend this time to the right side. Opening into the left side, feel if you can lift your heart a bit more on an exhalation. Coming into the center, we put the two hands down. You either stay here, gently pulling the left hip back, pushing the two sitting bones down, or maybe bending forward again with a bolster. We stay here about a minute or so. And instead of maybe automatically wanting to move away from the tension, you consciously notice. You notice your body. You notice your thoughts. You embrace the changing nature of everything and free yourself from the rigidness that comes with suffering. Just take it moment to moment, breath by breath. To finish our next breaths, take a few more. You're gently gonna come out. Gently opening the legs, move the legs. Maybe you feel a sense of tingling into the legs. This is free movement of blood, oxygen, energy. And it's in the hips that we store a lot of emotional energy and baggage. So by removing and releasing physically, we will always work mentally, emotionally. That's how everything works holistically. So we're going to move towards the floor, and I'm going to guide you through a guided energetic healing, a short one, to really allow yourself to sink in and be with the profound effects of this practice. You can bring a bolster with you for this, and you can bring two blocks with you. And as you're moving towards the floor, as you're going to lay down, you're going to roll down slowly, slowly, slowly. And when you come down, you hug your knees to your chest. Again with that same love. Thank you, legs. You can grab onto the legs. And you can hug them to the chest and make some circles with your knees onto your chest. Keep your sacrum broad, your lower back broad. As you move here, opening up here. Maybe if you want to implement some twisting to relax the lower back, specifically for the practice today, then place your feet onto the earth, slide your feet close to your hips. Open your arms horizontally with the palms facing down, shoulders away from the ears, chin a little bit to the chest. And then we do windshield wipers. So we just drop the knees from side to side on the rhythm of the breath, or slower or faster. And the closer your feet are towards the hips, the more you work the lower back. And when you feel ready, you can now place the soles of the feet together, the knees dropping open again. And what you can do is you can slide either again blocks underneath the knees, or maybe a bolster. Maybe if you feel like opening the chest more, like some of you like to open the chest more, you can also vertically place a bolster underneath your chest. But try to move with as little effort and as much relaxation as possible. If the reclined butterfly is not accessible for you and it does not feel good to you, then you can just extend your legs, maybe a bolster underneath your knees. Good. Very good. Yes, make yourself comfortable and make sure that when your head feels like it's below the chest, please to support your head with a cushion. Then we are going to place one hand onto our belly and one hand onto the heart. Closing your eyes again when it feels safe. The breath is just moving. And also the body can arrive in stillness. Just allowing your body to be in stillness. How does that feel to be with yourself effortlessly? To just for this moment accept yourself fully as you are, who you are, completely. To not reject or fight from the mind, but to for now surrender to the wisdom of the heart. And as you breathe in and breathe out, you just breathe naturally. Each exhalation remembering you, reminding you that you are carried, always supported by the earth. On this earth where there's always something to be grateful for. Just breathe in, breathe out, maybe only focusing on the exhale and the sense of being carried. But maybe you want to also invite something on an inhale. Invite then on an inhalation space. Invite, maybe if it works for you, light. As if on an inhalation you are not just breathing in oxygen, but you breathe in light, compassion, kindness. And when you breathe out, you just rest in that. And as we have our hands onto our body, we offer ourselves an ancient healing technique. Where the parasympathetic nervous system is activated and we offer ourselves a genuine support, a genuine wish to be well, to feel well, to be supported, to feel supported, to be with yourself as you are, letting the world around you for now just be how it is. No need to change anything. Allowing yourself to be connected to yourself and therefore to everything. Stay here as long as you want, as long as you need. And know that at the moment you choose to finish the practice, bring something from it with you. That connection, that peace is always part of you.